Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so a few days ago मैंने Instagram पे पूछा था कि what kind of content would you all like to see on YouTube, and the thing that was most requested was my London experience vlog. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the living situation over there, the academics, part-time, internships, social life, and a few tips and tricks. Okay, so I went to London in September 2023 for my MSc in marketing. I studied at the Queen Mary University of London. It's a really good Russell Group university. It's located very close to central London, and that's where my accommodation was. So, talking about the living situation, I lived in a student accommodation, and being an international student, I think it's beneficial for you to live in a student accommodation only because that's where you meet people from your university and basically your age. And of course, there's a lot of difference for people who live outside. So if you're going as an international student, you have a lot of ways, like basically to live there. So you can go to a student accommodation provided by a university, you can go to a private student accommodation, you can live in a private apartment or something. What I've noticed is that the student accommodations provided by the university are the cheaper ones. The private student accommodations are a bit more expensive. Apart from that, there are people who, of course, live in private flats and apartments, sharing with their friends they've known from before and everything. So I think that is another cheaper way to live. But still, what I would recommend is that if you're going to London specifically, I cannot say anything about any other country or any other city. If you're going to London specifically, you should live in a student accommodation provided by your university because it's going to have people from your university and, of course, your age. So that becomes really beneficial for you. Apart from that, it's not a very big hassle, especially when you talk about the university I was in. They ask you to log in through a portal and just apply, and they give you the room of your choice. It's not a very big thing. And when you live in a student accommodation, there was this really fun thing that me and my friends used to do. So every night, all five, six of us used to meet for dinner together, and we would like divide turns. Like आज तेरी chance है cook करने की, आज मेरी है, and that really helped. Like I don't think I've ordered a lot of food from outside. Like I've seen other people. I used to see other people, and people used to order food from outside daily. So I was like so proud of myself. Not gonna lie. So basically, it's really fun when you live in a student accommodation. You get to like just spend every time with your friends only, and even when you're studying, you can just do it together. And in the accommodations, you get two types of rooms. Either you can share it with people, or you can just live in a studio room. So I chose the studio room because I didn't want to be in pressure that, like for example, I used to see my friends who had roommates, and of course they shared a kitchen. So they had this need to like wash their dishes as soon as they've cooked their food and not even eat it. And I used to be like, the food's getting cold, and they were like, our roommate's gonna say something. And I mean, that's something that I wanted to avoid, which I successfully did. Like, the biggest advantage was that if I ever got sick, which I did a lot, so I used to just get up, cook my food, do whatever, and leave everything in the sink and just sit till the time I was able to actually do it. I did not have to do it right away. And I think that was pretty cool. But of course, it depends on your roommates also, like what kind of roommates you have. If they're pretty chill, I mean, like I've seen all kinds of people. Like some people were really chill, like, okay, yeah, even I'll do it for you. Some people used to be like, अरे मैं कर दूंगा तेरे लिए, मैं कर दूंगी तेरे लिए. But there were of course some people like, oh, you have to do this if we're coming in the kitchen. It looks like this, it looks like that. That's very weird. So I wanted to avoid that. But yeah, people usually choose sharing rooms because it's easier to make friends that way. But it's just a risk. But I didn't do it because I thought it's a risk that I'll be taking. Talking about academics in London, for me, they were not very different. So I was studying in Open University before going to London, and we usually had the same kind of assignments like online, and that's what happened in London. I I don't think I gave even one pen paper exam. Yeah, I did not give one pen paper exam in London, and that was pretty cool. But people from other universities like DU and everything, uh, like we used to discuss, no? So people from other private universities and DU, they used to tell us that it's quite different. Like they had specific books and everything जो उनको पढ़नी होती थी, but for us, like at OP General, it was not like that. We had to research on the internet only. It was quite same, and to be honest, it's easier that way. The only issue that comes up is the plagiarism part. So basically, they do give you in the freedom of using internet, but you do not have the freedom to just copy paste whatever you find on the internet, because they use plagiarism checkers, and they can like detect everything, and if you're caught they give you a penalty or something. I'm not sure what really happens, but yeah, you have to be very mindful while writing your papers and everything. Talking about internships and part-times over there, so my university had this program going on where they used to let us apply for internships. They had this one portal where you can just go and register yourself, and then you can apply for suitable opportunities. So I got a part-time internship through that, and it was really cool. I mean, first it was just a 70-hour internship. So the deal with part-time and internships over there is that you can only work for 20 hours a week. And to be honest, that is enough. You don't have time when you have to cook, clean, do everything on your own, study, go to college, come back. Then it's really then 20 hours are like enough. उसके बाद तुम थक ही जाओगे. So you have 20 hours a week to work. And first, I was given a 70-hour internship at this really cool company. It was a jewelry company. They made silver and gold jewelry, not real gold. So I worked as the digital marketing intern, and I helped them create content and post on social media and everything. It was pretty cool, and it was so fun. And of course, I was earning also the basic London wage, that is. So, and because I was earning and having fun at the same time, they were very chill people. So that internship ended in 7 weeks. They wanted me to work for like 10 hours a week, and that was enough for them. And because I really liked it, I requested my university to extend it if they could, and they did. They put in like 200 more hours. So I did that internship for about 8 to 9 months. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Apart from this, you can a few of my friends found internships. So one of my friend found an internship through LinkedIn, and apart from that, even part-time jobs. Like a few of my friends were like, "We're gonna print out some CVs and go on Oxford Street and give out our resumes to um, restaurants and the other brands there, like Primark, Zara, everything. So if they're hiring, they could just do it." And one of my classmates did get a part-time job at John Lewis, which was pretty cool. So it's not very hard to find internships or part-time jobs if you're looking for some. I know it's very easy. You have other options also, like online also you can search. You have Glassdoor over there, which provides you with a lot of opportunities. Uh, I did talk to a few people for part-time also, but then I got for part-time jobs also, but then I got this internship. So I was pretty satisfied with it. Talking about the social life in London, it's amazing. I mean, you have so many places to go to. There's so much to explore. I don't think I've seen every bit of London, even though I stayed there for a year. I did not see all of it. But yeah, it's really great living there. I mean, living in London is awesome. The only thing is, when you go as an international student, what students usually do is they form their own groups with their own cultures. People don't usually try to mix up, and that's what actually kind of happened with me also. Like, I had friends, I was friends with Americans, Pakistanis, one or two Germans, and Russians also, and like of course the British. There were these really cool girls in my class, British girls in my class. I had a lot of fun with them, but my main group was full of Indians. That was the case for most of the people. Like the Chinese used to hang out with Chinese people, the Americans with the Americans. Like it was mostly that people of the same country used to hang out together, but still we used to have a lot of fun. It's still an experience. We used to, of course, crave Indian food, and there were times when we used to go to South Hall just for the Indian food, and the Gurdwara, the temple, and everything was there as well. So that was also an experience. But I do feel that I should have interacted more with the people from other countries, At my internship, also, I met a lot of people. Actually, my internship made me meet a lot of people more than the university. And you have a lot of places to hang out over there. You have a lot of clubs, there are restaurants. You can just hang out on the Oxford Street. I mean, me and my friends, we had this really bad habit of going to Primark, not Oxford Street, Primark. We used to go there, and oh my god, I have a problem. It's called shopping. We used to go to Primark, and there was not a time when I did not come out without a bag. I mean, I always used to buy something because things were so cheap in Primark and the quality was like good only. So. So that's pretty much it. There's nothing as such that I can remember. Apart from this, a few tips that I'd like to give you if you're going to London. Just don't think about what month you're going in, what weather what temperature it is over there. Always, 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 and I cannot say this enough, always carry an umbrella with you because you do not know when it's going to rain. I mean, oh my god, it was so irritating. That is one of the reasons I came back. I'm not even kidding. The weather over there, it's like it's always raining. I mean, किसी एक दिन धूप आएगी and you'll be so happy like, oh my god, the sun, the sun, the sun. And suddenly out of nowhere बादल आ जाएंगे and बारिश होने लगेगी and it's always cold. I mean, I do not like winters, not at all. I always had to go out with a jacket. I don't think there has been one day also where I've not worn a jacket in London. I don't think so. Another thing, there's this very cool thing which I discovered is now available in India also, but I discovered it in London only. So there's this app called Vinted over there. What you can do is you can sell your stuff on it. It's pretty cool. I mean, you just put your stuff over there. You can sell it for whatever amount. You have to fill in every detail, like it's new or used or whatever. And even if you sell it for like £5 or £10, that is what, like 500,000 rupees. And you can and if someone purchases it, you have to pack it, go to this post office, and post offices are like really close to wherever you're staying. I am sure there are a lot of post offices, and you just have to drop it off there and leave. Like, it's a digital scanner, you have to show it on your phone. You do not even have to print anything. It's really cool. So you should really give that a try. I really sold, like, when I came back, I saw my earnings, and pretty cool. Another tip that I'd like to give you guys is that do explore UK while you have the time. If you're going as a student, there are a few mistakes that I made. I started I started chilling like later. मैंने घूमना बहुत लेट शुरू किया, like I think my second semester I started going. So I've been to Cambridge, Canterbury, Margate. I've been to a few other places. I've been to a few cities. There are still a few that I missed. Like, I missed Manchester, which was very sad. I know I would have gone there अगर मैंने थोड़ा पहले घूमना start किया होता, but of course I missed it. Apart from that, you another mistake that I made was not getting the Europe visa. I mean, I just should have, because people did and they traveled and it was so fun. I mean, I really should have. It was too fun. And because it's so close, I mean, Europe is like, for Paris, you have to take a 2 hour train from London. How cool is that? Can you take a 2 hour train from here? No, that was the life, man. I shouldn't have done it. And of course, if you are a Harry Potter fan, there are two things you have to do when you are in UK. One is the making of Harry Potter. It is amazing. It's worth every penny, I mean, and you have to spend the whole day there. You should go early and just spend the whole day there, and you get butterbeer, the actual butterbeer. I mean, it was very tasty. Not even kidding. And the second is going to Scotland for the train. I didn't do that, but I've heard that it's pretty awesome. And if you're looking for a job there, I came back. I wanted to stay there. My initial plan was to, but the weather convinced me not to. So I came back. So if you're looking for a job there, it's a whole other process that that students are struggling with, not gonna lie. They are whatever field they're in, they are struggling. A lot of issues with the PSW and whatever, too expensive and whatnot. Of course, if there are more questions that you guys want me to answer, you can just put them down in the comments. Otherwise, I'm sure there's plenty of help available on the internet somewhere. So, yeah, that's pretty much it about my life in London. If you've been following me since the last 1 year, you must have seen a lot of videos and pictures from there. Okay, so if you like this video, please drop a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel.